Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with our video recap. This is like number 2 now, and this is going to be a very long series. Well, an endless series practically, because I'm making like 3 or 4 new videos every day, and then I'm going to recap 2 or 3, well, a few times a week at least. We'll see how it goes, as I said before. And the reason I'm doing this is because 95%, as some of you mentioned, are, as I mentioned before, pardon me, of people are only looking at new videos. They don't look at the other 4,300 and some odd that I've got there. And I'm so touched that when I posted the first of these, all of you guys in the 5% chimed in and said, I'm one of the 5%. I look at the old ones. I look at all the other ones, and I really appreciate it. I really do. But the numbers don't lie. And so I'm going to be posting recaps of some of the videos, probably all of them at some point, so that at least you can take a look and find some of the historical stuff that we've been talking about, and hopefully find things that interest you that way without having to dig around on my homepage, even though we've got playlists. Take a look at my homepage, my channel homepage, at all the playlists, all 161 or 2 of them. That's there for you, but that's okay. I'm happy to do this. It's fun to revisit these things. It really is. In the last episode, video recap number 1, which you can look up if you want, we had my very, very first video, which lasted, I saw like 1 minute and 30 seconds, because YouTube said, make them 2 minutes or less. People have no attention span. Well, who am I? That's stupid. I mean, I'm talking to classical music people. We have indefinite attention spans, don't we? So here we have some videos that are a little bit more interesting. Initially, a little more lengthy. First, the repertoire stuff, which I know you guys like. And there are 488, I think, almost 500 repertoire videos. That really covers like a lot of the basic repertoire, probably more basic repertoire than there is. The basic repertoire is probably 100 pieces or so. Well, we've got 488 repertoire videos that you can troll through. And we did Beethoven cycles. Now we're going to do Mahler cycles. We're going to do all the cycles at some point. We'll recapitulate those. And we can look and see how current they are. I have to say, when it comes to Mahler cycles, I don't think the situation has changed. There have been many more Mahler cycles since I originally did that video, just in the past few years, but they're just so weak at the knees and largely uninteresting. Really, really. I mean, it's amazing because the time was Mahler was the special province of either specialist conductors or, conductors at the head of really major orchestras. So you got superior orchestral playing if you didn't have like amazing interpretations. And nowadays, every local orchestra is doing it. Every provincial German orchestra in Schmuckenstein or Versdorfel or wherever they are has an orchestra, and they're doing a Mahler cycle, and they've got some funding. And it's easy to make records, and they're recorded live because they're going to do it anyway. And then boxes of Mahler symphonies come popping out, poof, like this, and they just aren't very good. I mean, they're okay if you were there, but they don't deserve to be preserved, and there's nothing special about them. So the Mahler cycle situation, I don't think has changed terribly much. Then we have one of the big box reviews that I just had such a good time doing. The Boulez big box is complete Deutsche Grammophon stuff. That's the one that came with snacks. One of you mentioned that you like the reviews that I do that involve junk food and other things. And I just thought, pairing Boulez with various types of delicious, tasty little snacky items would be so much fun. And it really was. It was fun to do. And I hope you'll have a good time watching it, because it really was just kind of enjoyable for everybody. And then last but not least, what do we have last? Oh, lists. Millions of lists. I did lists of everything. And I have 82 lists for beginners. Now, lists for beginners were always like, what's a beginner? We had this conversation. In fact, there's a video. What is a beginner? Which you could look at. And the idea is just to find great music that you can just jump into and have a great time with, and that will be immediately appealing. But, 80 some odd lists means there's over 800 pieces, which is a lot for beginners, I would say, right? Because each has a minimum of 10 pieces. there's just so much music. So I'm happy to be able to take a look at these things and revisit them and also talk about them a little bit and what the thought process was at the time. Because some of you, may be new to the channel or new to classical music, and you want to find things that will, suit your taste or your inclinations. And these little chats about the videos hopefully will give you a little extra insight into what we're doing and how we're doing it. So all of the links to those videos are, in the description of this video. They're in the description right below, and you can view them at your leisure. And I hope you do, because I need to get more than the 5% looking at these things. I mean, really, they're fun. Trust me, you'll enjoy them. And you shouldn't have to wait for something to come zipping by in your subscription feed. Hopefully, you'll get into the more of the depth and range of what we've been doing here for the past 4 years or so, almost 5, I think, coming up. So there you have it, my friends. Have a look at the links below. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it. I mean, for heaven's sake, yes, you'll have a great time. I guarantee it. And keep on listening. Thanks for joining me. Take care.